is Jeopardy! Please welcome our contestants. Player 1. Player 2. Player 3. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trevette.
Thank you, Johnny Gilbert, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Let's take you right now into the Jeopardy round. Clues are worth $200 to $1,000 in these categories: fictional characters, medical talk, USA Today's memorable quote makers, F-stop, the Tony Awards, and Asian countries. All right, let's get back into this. Player 1 has control of the board. What a happy ending! This title orphan of a Dickens novel is adopted by Mr. Brownlow. Okay, Player 1. That is correct. You again, Player 1. This character in the legend of Sleepy Hollow is said to be the ghost of a Hessian trooper. It's Player 1. Good. Please pick again. She is the narrator of To Kill a Mockingbird. It's Player 1. That's it. Please pick again, Player 1. Two names that follow Gerald, who speaks in weird sounds instead of words in a Dr. Seuss story. Player 1? Right. Player 1. In a story by Rudyard Kipling, this mongoose protects an English family from snakes. It's Player 1. Good. You get to pick again, Player 1. This term refers to the painful inflammation of any of the fibrous structures that connect muscles to bones. Yes, Player 2. That's correct. Player 2. To test for visual acuity, the Snellen chart is designed to be read from this many feet away. Yes, Player 1? Correct. Player 1, make a selection. It begins, I swear by Apollo, physician, and Asclepius. Player 1? Yes. You again, Player 1. Luteinizing hormone is one of the many produced by this cherry-shaped gland. It's Player 2. That's right. Way to go. Player 2. All right, here with the clue is Jimmy.
When an injury like a cut is sustained, these blood cells change shape, become sticky, build up on the wound, and form a plug.
Player 1? Right you are. Player 1, where do we start? Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall. Okay, Player 3. Now, good. Player 3. It takes a village to raise a child. Yes, Player 1. That's it. Player 1. People, I just want to say, can we all get along? Yes, Player 1. Yep. Player 1, keep hope alive. Player 3, good. Player 3, how do we know when irrational exuberance has unduly escalated asset values? Yes, player 2. Yes. Where do we begin, player 2? Proverbially, sometimes you can't see it for the trees. Let's hear it, player 1. Right. Player 1, these raised bars on the neck of a guitar help make the sounds of different notes. Let's hear it, player 2. That is correct. Player 2, the name of this Spanish dance form is Spanish for a type of pink bird. Let's hear it, player 2. Right you are. Select again. One of the principal offensive players on a soccer or hockey team. It's player 1. Correct. Player 1, where do we Answer, it's the Daily Double. You are in first place. What are you going to wager? The clue, to apply nitrogen to the soil to aid plant growth. Congratulations, you're still in first, player 1. Player 1, you pick again, please. The front of the Tony Award depicts these ancient twin emblems of comedy and tragedy. Okay, player 2. Good. Where do we begin? Don't cry for Mandy Patinkin. He won a 1980 Tony Award for this musical. Okay, player 3. You are correct. A lot of clues. Ian McKellen won a Tony in 1981 for playing this rival of Mozart in Amadeus. Okay, player 3. That's correct. Player 3. From 1997 to 2010, the Tony Award ceremony was held at this nearly 6,000-seat hall. Okay, player 2. Yes. Player 2. She's the dynamic actress-producer for whom the Tony Awards were named. Yes, player 3. Right. Player 3, start us. The world's largest blue coral reef is one of the natural treasures of this country's Ishigaki Island. It's player 2. That is correct. Player 2. Here's Kelly to start us off.
You'll find the palace seen here in this country's capital.
Yes, player 3. That is correct. Player 3. Norodom Sihamoni assumed its throne in 2004. Yes, player 3. That is correct. We return to you. In November of 1976, the United States vetoed this reunited country's admission to the UN. Okay, player 2. Good. And the last clue for $1,000. Dhaka is its capital. Player 2. Right. Player 3 is going first in Double Jeopardy when we come back following this. And we have 2 daily doubles awaiting you in these categories. Quoth the Raven. Notice the spelling. The scintillating 1700s. Word origins. Metals. Biblical warriors. And beekeeping. All right, player 3, as promised, you pick first in Double Jeopardy. This character has gone psycho long before he says, "She might have fooled me, but she didn't fool my mother." It's player 1. Yes. Okay, let's get back. Kathleen Quinlan finds comfort talking to shrink Bibi Anderson in I Never Promised You a This. Yes, player 2. Yep. A lot of clues. That's it. The first of the 2 daily doubles. You're in second right now. What are you going to wager? Answer. As John Nash in this movie, Russell Crowe does quite a bit of talking to people who don't exist. You are now in first place. You get to pick again. This Johnny Depp character tells his psychiatrist, "You are a great lover like myself." Player 1? Correct. All right, let's get in Quills. This author muses, "My glorious prose filtered through the minds of the insane. They might improve it." Player 1? That is correct. Please pick again, player 1. The future King George II lost his marbles over Henrietta Howard and gave her Marble Hill House on this river. Let's hear it, player 3. Yes. Player 3. A famous one of these, Marie Camargo, is remembered for shortening her skirts to calf length. Okay, player 2. Correct. All right, let's get... In 1752, suave seducer Sergei Saltykov spiced up the life of this future empress. Player 2. Yep. Player 2. Born into a family of actors, he was expelled from a seminary, big surprise, before finding fame as a lusty libertine. Okay, player 3. Correct. Player 3, where do we start? Jimmy?
An engraving of this 18th century French monarch, America's most powerful ally during the Revolution, hangs at Mount Vernon.
It's player 1. Yes. Where do we begin, player 1? This ground meat sandwich gets its name from a German port city. Okay, player 2. Right. A lot of clues, a lot of... This wood-eating insect gets its name from the Latin for wood-eating worm. Let's hear it, player 1. Good. All right, let's get this word for a kind of land mass comes from a word meaning to contain. Let's hear it, player one. Yes. Player one, you pick again. This highest natural singing voice for women is Italian for what is above. Let's hear it, player two. Yep. Where do we begin? This term for a leading character of a literary work comes from the Greek for first combatant. It's player three. Right. Player three, you start. Pricier than gold, it's the metal of Jennifer Lopez's albums and of her earrings at the premiere of El Cantante. Yes, player one? Correct. Player one? All right, here with the clue is Sarah.
By studying seismic waves, scientists concluded that the Earth is made up of 4 layers: the crust, mantle, a liquid outer core, and a solid inner core, made mainly of this metal.
Player one? You are correct. You again, player one. Antimony gives strength and hardness to this metal, so you don't have those mushy bullets. Okay, player one. Good. Player one, back to you. Brass is an alloy of copper and this. The more this, the less malleable. Let's hear it, player one. That is correct. Player one, pick again. Answer. The other daily double. You are currently in the lead. Please enter your wager. Okay, here is the clue. To withstand the pressure over 14,000 feet down, the submersible Alvin's hull is this metal, about 2 inches thick. You have maintained your lead. Way to go. Player one, you pick again, please. Joshua's conquest of Canaan began with the taking of Jericho, a city in this river's valley. Okay, player two. You are correct. Player two. Saul and this son, who shares his name with a famous seagull, both died at the Battle of Mount Gilboa. Player three. Right. Player three. Later lending his name to a popular hotel Bible, he led a successful night attack against the Midianites. Yes, player three. Hey, you're right. Player three. Joab was this Israelite king's successful commander when he conquered Jerusalem around 1000 BC. Yes, player two. That's correct. Player two. This female judge won an important battle against the Canaanites by luring them into marshland. Okay, player three. Yes. Where do we begin, player three? This term for a group of bees refers specifically to the group that flies from the hive to form a new colony. Okay, player three. Hey, you're right. Player three. Drones don't sting, and queens only sting other queens. So only worry about these bees, 95% of a hive's population. It's player 2.
Yeah!
Correct. Player 2. Honey is produced by the evaporation of this drink of the gods that bees collect from flowers and then regurgitate. It's player 2. You are correct. Select again. Glands on a bee's abdomen convert the sugar in honey to this building material. Okay, player 3. That's it. Now let's take a look at that $2,000 clue, shall we? A major concern for beekeepers is CCD, this disorder. Player 3. Right. I'll see you all for Final Jeopardy in just a moment. Now, Final Jeopardy coming right up right now with this category. American authors. Please enter your wager. And the last clue? Injured on the Austro-Italian front on July 8, 1918, he also crossed the English Channel with U.S. forces on D-Day. What did you say? With that correct response, you will gain. And your response? How much do you add to your total with that correct response? Let's see your response. With that correct response, you will gain. You've come out ahead as our champion, player 3. Good game, everyone, and thank you so much for playing.